This video is based on a community poll I made 2 weeks ago, and the idea is that after each act was released for Arcane, I made a poll asking the community their opinion, and through this poll they would be able to vote on a score they think that act deserves. For the third act, after a week I saw that many people still wanted to vote and engage with the post, so what I did, I left it for another week. So now, before Act 5 drops tomorrow, we are going to see the results of the poll from 2 weeks ago and the opinions of the community when it comes to the third act of Arcane. What I want to say is that I thank you to everyone who decided to engage with the post, a bajillion comments, and the most amount of votes on the channel, 5,000 votes, over 5,000 votes, and these are the results. People believe the third act is a 9 or 10 out of 10. 78%, so majority of people think that, and this is very consistent with the previous polls, or almost as consistent, because in the previous polls the majority of people were thinking the same way, 9 or 10 out of 10. These polls are very eye-opening to me because whenever I search the internet, the only thing I see is people complaining, most of the time. And it's not like I'm denying their complaints or I'm saying their complaints are not valid, because there is valid complaint to be had about the third act or the season in general. And even in this comment section, the common outlier is the fact that the third act, or rather the entire season, was rushed. Truth be told, after seeing so many moments which could have been part of the show, I have to agree with that sentiment. It's actually true. The second season was rushed, or at least the third act, and they should have extended it to another act, so they would have 4 acts, right? Or another season, right? But at the end of the day, I understand that for many people the show was perfect, and what I'm about to say shouldn't take anything away from your own enjoyment of the show. If you believe it's perfect, having the idea of multiple additional scenes should make it even better for you. When it comes to the co-creators of Arcane, or the creators of Arcane, nobody should attack them. I do not believe attacking them helps in any way. Even if you dislike something they did, do not attack them. If you want to add constructive criticism, why not? And that's what I'm about to do. What I'm about to say is related to moments I would have loved to see in the show. And I'm not trying to undermine the vision of the co-creators, it's simply my opinion. I'm not a writer, I'm not someone with experience in the field, so this is only from someone who loves the show, who loves the characters, and would have also loved to see more. Which is why I will start by saying Ekko and Jinx deserved multiple scenes in the third act. Especially the final episode, because you have at least one beautiful moment mentioned by Christian Link, where he talks about Ekko telling Jinx about the alternate universe and powder. That would have been amazing. Then the implied moments of them painting each other, Ekko cutting her hair, or Ekko taking her to the Firelight Tree. Where is the reunion between Ekko and his people? Sure, you don't have to spoon-feed the audience, but at the end of the day, that would have been a great moment. Then we have the idea that there is no scene between younger Jinx and younger Ekko, only the deleted one where Ekko is slapped by Jinx. If you want them to be a Time Bomb 2.0 in the future sometime, I don't know, it's not like I'm shipping them, but you have a 7-year time skip where they are only enemies? No, I do not believe that. I do not believe that for 7 years they are enemies and Ekko tries to save her only once. No way. Then we have another moment. There is no interaction between Jayce and Jinx. If you remember in the first season, one of the things Jayce wants from Circo is Jinx. Where is the conversation between them? Or not necessarily a conversation, but an interaction. There is an opportune moment in the second season, whenever Jayce steps in to take Caitlyn out of the commune, together with Vi and together with Jinx. On the road, they could have a simple moment, a 30-second moment, where Jayce looks at Jinx, right? They acknowledge each other. Jayce doesn't know who that is, probably because he never saw Jinx, right? But at the same time, if she is taken away by the enforcers, because we know she gives herself up. Whenever she sees that Vi is safe, whenever she does that, Jayce can have a line of dialogue related to the fact that he finds out that's Jinx. Then we have a character who was present only for 4 episodes, and I'm sorry for the voice actress. She actually does an amazing job portraying this character, Sevika, yes. And there is actually a comment in this thread related to that, so where is it? Okay. Also, that Sevika post really made me think she was actually gonna be important. Only for her to make a few sounds in the last episode and not have a single dialogue. This is mega true. This is the biggest true I've ever seen in the last week. And that's because they released a poster with Sevika only for her to have 0 lines of dialogue in the 3rd act. And not only that, but in the 5th and 6th episode, there is nothing with Sevika. Where are the moments with Jinx and Sevika? You're building this relationship again, you even include them in the Jinx fixes everything minigame, only for them to never interact with each other after Sevika escapes from the prison. And there could be a moment between them because Sevika takes Isha away. And then Jinx goes to meet them because Isha and Jinx end up in that cave together with Vi. They are looking together for Vander. Where is the moment when Sevika talks to Jinx? In that scene. Where is the moment when Sevika maybe finds out that Isha is dead? They would definitely meet whenever they discuss to go and help the people from Piltover against the Noxians. Sure, it's the idea of the surprise, seeing them in battle, but are people actually surprised by the fact that the people from the Undercity are going to help the people from Piltover? Wouldn't you like to see the moment when Ekko and Jinx are rallying the people from the Undercity? Or at least the moment when Ekko and Jinx are building up Jinx's lair to have it as an operational battle station? Finally, all I want to say in relation to the moments I would have loved to see in the show is that I understand that what I mentioned is not necessarily going to make the show better. But it's not going to make the show worse either, in my opinion, and that's because if you want a slower season, you're going to include as many details as possible. So you would have moments such as the ones I mentioned. That's my opinion. If you disagree with me, you can tell me in the comment section. If you agree with me, you can definitely tell me in the comment section. And if you have your own opinion, yes, you guessed it, you can type it in the comment section. And if you're one of the co-creators, you can subscribe to the channel and then you can go on to release the director's cut, a comic book, a novel, and then 3 spin-offs of the characters from Arcane.